The European Union's Health Commissioner has warned she will take any action required to secure vaccines for the bloc, and furiously threatened to brand coronavirus jabs with export controls in response to supply issues with the UK-based AstraZeneca. After AstraZeneca cut its initial delivery of vaccines to the EU by up to 60%, Stella Kyriakides, EU Health Commissioner, has warned the bloc will introduce tight controls on the export of jabs to other countries. This has sparked fears the UK could suffer a shortfall or even a block of imports Pfizer and BioNTech jabs, which are imported from a Belgium manufacturing plant, if export controls are introduced. After the end of the Brexit transition period, deliveries of the Pfizer vaccine carried on as normal but are set to be delayed over scheduled upgrades to its Belgium manufacturing plant. Ms. Kyriakides warned in a broadcast the bloc will take any action required to protect its citizens and its rights after the supply cut. Due to the delivery shortfall, the commissioner said an export transparency mechanism will be installed as soon as possible. She added on Twitter, in the future, all companies producing vaccines against COVID-19 in the EU will have to provide early notification whenever they want to export vaccines to third countries. After a meeting with AstraZeneca on Monday, Ms. Kyriakides said, vaccine developers have societal and contractual responsibilities they need to uphold. The controls mean Pfizer will need to notify EU chiefs when it wants to export its jabs to the UK. A spokeswoman for the UK government said it is confident there are enough vaccines to meet the first priority target. She added, we remain in close contact with all of our vaccine suppliers. Our vaccine supply and scheduled deliveries will fully support offering the first dose to all 4 priority groups by the 15th of February. AstraZeneca has been accused of a lack of clarity and insufficient explanations by the EU over the delivery of jabs. The pharmaceutical company cut initial deliveries of it and Oxford's vaccine by 60% during the first quarter to 31 million doses. In response, AstraZeneca said initial volumes will be lower than originally anticipated due to reduced yields at a manufacturing site within our EU supply chain. Later in a statement, it added Chief Pascal Soriot has stressed the importance of working in partnership and how AstraZeneca is doing everything it can to bring its vaccine to millions of Europeans as soon as possible. The European Medicines Agency has not formally approved the AstraZeneca vaccine, with a decision expected later this week.